So if you're a detailer out there and you're not even nicer, you're not providing luxury, then how can you say you're providing a luxury service? On this one, man, Sal picked out the title of this one, and it's a heavy hitter.
Yeah, man. So we were getting into it, and I asked you, like, one of the things that is making me upset, not upset, where I don't know how I feel about it, so I'm just going to say it. When people say that the industry is slow, from around the streets is from guys, from shops, from detailers, mobile shop
all over the country.
They're saying that it's slow, so I believe it.
Shoot, we just finished one of our busiest months that we've had. Wrap it up September. It's been crazy.
Been good.
Yeah,
it's been good.
No
Can't
complaints.
Yeah, but one of the things that I think it's a chicken shit question or a statement is when people say it's slow. It's detailing is a luxury business, or detailing is a luxury service. It's not for everyone.
It sounds like an excuse. It sounds like an excuse.
It is, but at this point, we live in the United States of America. Everything is a luxury to us at this point. You know what I mean? Now, there's people saying I'm broke, but they're going down McDonald's drive-through, paying $30 for a shitty burger, but they're broke, and that's why they're broke. You know what I mean?
It definitely. When I hear people say it's a luxury service, to me it sounds like an excuse for them to justify that they're not busy. You got to do work year round to stay busy. People don't understand that. Like, we put footwork in years ago to be in the position we're in now. And if you don't do it the right way, if you're just paying ads, you're going in these circles and you're showing the people that don't really want the service or need the service. And it's, people say, oh, it's a luxury, so it's the first thing that goes off their list.
For those type of people.
Yes. If you're targeting a demographic and a market where detailing is a absolute true luxury, then you're just not doing business well. Because you're basically saying, okay, well, I'm going to do the job for people that consider this, or it's only a true luxury for them. When times are good, I can do this. Kind of like, or like vacationing. I saved up some money, I did this, I earned the time off, now it's time to spend because I can. So now it's a luxury. Or just taking time off or buying nicer things, like, that's a luxury. A luxury is a classification of a certain type of thing, like a luxury vehicle, a luxury watch. It's not. We're not putting it into. And I understand why you guys do it, but we're not classifying it as like within essentials. And
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a type, like it's like a Mercedes, for instance, is a luxury vehicle.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of other types of vehicles out there, but that just happens to be a luxury one because it's nicer than the other ones. Yeah. So if you're a detailer out there and you're not even nicer, you're not providing luxury, then how can you say you're providing a luxury service?
Yes.
Am I keeping it too real?
No, you're right on point.
Like I'm not to get anybody mad or not to.
Comparing it to when you eat something good, that's some gourmet food.
Yes.
No, it's not gourmet food. It tastes good.
Yes.
This is not gourmet food.
That's different level. Yes.
You know what I mean? Yes, it tastes very, very good.
There ain't no Michelin star restaurant that you're eating, Yeah. I feel you on that.
You know what I mean?
But also, here's the big, from a larger picture, is a lot of people have never experienced luxury to be able to say, hey, I am providing a luxury service, or this is a luxury service. The way they're using luxury is they got some extra money, so it's on top of everything else. It's like a new pair of shoes, like, oh, I'm gonna go get me a new pair of shoes. I don't really need that, but I'm gonna go get that. If that's what you're targeting, then of course you're gonna be in trouble when times get rough, when there's an election, when there's a recession. I haven't felt an election. I haven't felt a recession. I haven't felt any of that stuff.
I felt it in my damn spams.
Yeah.
And my
Those phone calls. Yeah.
Text messages. Vote for deputy so and so.
But as far as our clientele saying, "Oh, Joel, we're gonna hold off for a while," that's not happening.
Well, it's
because it's not a luxury for them.
It's kind of like the dudes that always stay fresh. Like they have to have a haircut every Friday. That's not a luxury service for them.
No,
they need that in their life. That's everything else in order. Yes. You know what I mean?
Like if we're gonna go that route, is your landscaper a luxury service?
Yes.
Or is that an essential? Or is that something that can kind of you could take care of on your own?
Yeah.
I think people are kind of misunderstanding in the way it's a loosely thrown around term,
like babysitter versus nanny.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Those could be argued luxury or not or essential.
Yeah, but bottom line is, if your client doesn't make enough money to have a nanny year round, then obviously it would be a luxury when they do get it. It's a luxury for them. But for somebody who that's just standard part of living,
yeah, mm-hmm.
That's not a car detail. Probably is not a luxury to them. Mm-hmm. They're like, no, that's just getting my car washed. Because it's just a car wash. That's all it is.
That's keeping my oil changed. It's the same thing as
it's maintenance.
The same thing. Yeah,
that's how mm-hmm. the clients that you want should be looking at it as, no, this is just maintenance on my vehicle. This is not something that I'm doing special for myself. Mm-hmm. If that's the case, then you're probably only going to get details on people's birthdays, on special occasion type of things, anniversary, a Christmas gift, stuff like that. If we're talking luxury in that sense, that I think most people are throwing it around as, so there. A lot of people's excuse is, well, it's a luxury service, so it's the first thing they cut out of their budget. Okay, now, well,
right, and that when you say that, yeah, right.
Yes. But if you're doing business right, mm-hmm. That shouldn't be affecting your business, your money. If you have a service that's at that level where they just don't want to live without it.
It's easier that way.
Yeah.
It's easier that way.
Like, we're not worried about nothing because we already know how tired our clients get when before their maintenance cycle is up or before they drop their car. I got clients who are like, man, I can't wait. I can't wait for my appointment, man. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Because they know it's time. Like, they could barely handle it, with the state that their vehicle is in.
Hey, same thing with taking your clothes to the cleaners versus, you know what I mean? I love taking my stuff to the cleaners. Come out all folded up,
ready to go,
ready to roll. Like, how much time that saves? Yeah. Oh man, that's no headache.
That's all. Like for you, that's not a luxury. That's like, no, I want my stuff needs to be like that because it's gonna save you time from ironing, from washing. From treating the garment special, whatever according to the washing instructions and all that stuff. Like that's not a luxury. You just know those ones go over there.
Yeah,
I don't touch these. Those go over there. Like it's not a choice.
Yeah, if I wash it, I'll mess it up.
Yeah, so stop making your business a choice. Whether it's your client who has to make the choice, because of financial reasons. Do such a good job where they just can't say no, where they cut something else out of the budget if they're gonna budget.
You want to know what a true luxury service is?
What's up?
Getting Jack in the Box, Taco Bell delivered to your front door.
Oh yeah,
that is luxury.
Yeah. Oh, so you got this is gonna take us down a rabbit hole because and you guys know because
that's my luxury.
You guys are out there posting stuff though, like when they post. Oh, you got money for Jordans, but you don't got money to.
I don't got money for that. Yeah, for sure I got money for Jordans. I don't got money for that crap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, so there's things that people do and prioritize, but also it's not like that. Those aren't things set in stone. You could change that. You show them, like if I went somewhere and they trim my beard, like super just where I was just like, oh man, I can't go without this. I'm not going to go without it. If you go over there, take care of their car, do everything on point, whatever, or they drop it off, whatever, and you're on point with it, they're going to be like, man, I didn't know I needed this. And we've all heard that term, I didn't know I needed this. Why don't you do your work good enough where that becomes the standard for every new client that comes your way? Like when we talk about levels of the way people do shit, I don't think people understand the level that we do. When we're talking about like, yo, when we have that look and we're like, yo, we're gonna lock this one down today. Like everything, every fucking part of the interaction, every part of the detail, every part of the communication, even the lead up prep work to the shop cleaning post, pickup to the, all of that stuff, to the cash handling, all of that stuff. Everything from beginning to end, being top notch to the point where they're just like, whoa. When other people see what we do, they're like, geez, these guys are, I can't tell you how many times people have said, these guys are on another level. And it has nothing to do with our detailing. Nothing.
Be their drug of choice.
Yeah, they were like, yo, I got this. Like, oh no. I want the conversation to be like this. If the wife and the husband are having a conversation like, okay, well, you know what? We can walk the dog. Let's get rid of the dog walker. And then they're like, okay, well, what about the detailer? No.
Yeah.
That's out of the question.
Yeah.
We need that. That helps us function. That is a service that's always like just that resets things. Yeah. But if you're not doing it in a way that's memorable or in a way that's effective enough, you're not making a big enough impression to be almost a necessity to that person's life. Does that make sense? Like for instance, fleet work. Go ahead.
What a true luxury service for me would be.
What's that?
If I got a pool man. My pool does not need a pool man for the time it takes to maintain that pool. The money is not worth it. You know what I mean? That's a true luxury service. If I want to get that means there's like I'm just lazy as shit there at that point.
Yeah.
The money doesn't equal.
Yeah, and there's some things, there's some people that can afford you as a detailer, but they just don't see the value in you. And that's a flat out just honest truth.
And there's nothing
wrong with that. That's just all their preference, and that has nothing to do with you or our industry. But again, it could be somebody who hasn't had a big enough impression made on them. Because how many times do we talk to clients like, oh, I've been to other detailers, and then when they start talking to us and they see what we've done, and then they see the price, and they're like, okay, now I understand. Now I know there's a Walmart of detailers and there's a Saks Fifth Ave of detailers. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not setting that, of course you're going to be the first. If I got a guy doing my lawn who comes here dirty, grimy, late, he don't know how much he owes you or if you paid last time or this and that. You know what I mean? Just unprofessional. He comes and does my lawn. I don't give a shit if he's here or not. Because I could probably do a better job than him anyway. Yeah. So that's how easy it would be to cut something out of my. I have no problem getting rid of that person. Yeah. Because they were bringing no value to me, period. So I think a lot of people need to reevaluate the way that they do business and conduct themselves to make themselves more of a necessity.
Yeah, you gotta. What's your coffee? People, I can't. Yeah. My day can't be. You need to be your people's coffee.
Coffee culture that has been made. It's no longer for them. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go without my coffee this morning.
No. We getting the coffee right now.
They're getting the coffee.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys are kind of understanding. Like when we talk about, is it then we could talk about different types of coffee. And they're not just going to, I'm going to go get some $1 McDonald's coffee. It's like, no.
Double latte.
No, we want this, or we want so-and-so house, and we want... They either want to go there for the environment, they want to go there for the service, because it's made it worth it for them enough to where that needs... that we're now going to incorporate this into... It made enough impression where it's like, we're going to incorporate this into our day. Mm-hmm. They're fast, they're efficient, they know my name, they know my order if I go there enough. And it's good, it's consistent. If you can offer a service like that, you'll be there. As a detailer, if you can offer that type of service, they can incorporate you into... They will make it work. Like if you want something bad enough, you'll make it work. Whether it's a luxury service, meaning in most people's way that they use it in these times, as if, it's an extra expenditure. It's not a necessity type of deal. But half you guys aren't, most of you, I'm not going to say half, most of you aren't providing anything luxury about the service that you're doing anyway.
Right, because how many people that the clients that people say, you're out here every week? Oh, man. Yeah. I can never imagine that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, not for you.
Yeah, for you? Yeah, no. Don't put that word luxury when you ain't working to that level of that statement. I think people throw that word around a little too much.
Buzzword.
Like they're providing a white glove service. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, my man, you're not quite there. I wouldn't label you as a luxury in any sense of the word. So luxury could have a few different meanings, but the way people say it, that's most commonly heard in our industry when they say, it's a luxury service, they're not delivering the service to a luxury level. So it's like, maybe it is a luxury service, but you're not a luxury service. But you specifically are not providing a luxury service.
When it's said, it's not said of the client. It's said of the, pretty much of as an excuse. When it's being stated, it's a luxury service. It's said in the defensive more than when you hear it.
Yes, you don't hear anybody saying, we're
cutting this out. It's your luxury service. Yeah, that conversation is not being had.
You want to it's one of those things you only want to use when times are tough.
Yeah. Yeah,
but hey, no one's out there boasting. We bring top notch luxury service to you. Yes. No one's saying that because they're not. There are some that are doing it. But a lot of you are not. Yeah. I see how you guys roll, and a lot of you are not. And I'm just being purely objective, and I'm not saying we're the best by any means, but we're making enough impression to where it's apparent. We're leaving an impression. And that's where we want everybody to be. It's like, you can be there too. That's when things start really changing. Otherwise, you're working in a way that's not really good conditions. It's tough. This is tough work. But you see the guys that are doing it, and the more we do it well, the more we associate with other people that are doing it well. Like now, a lot of the guys that we trust and talk to and communicate with in the industry, they're at a certain level.
It's apparent.
Yeah.
You already know what time.
Oh, yeah. And and it's not necessarily through their Instagram or through this, through that. It's the work they're putting out, their experience. It's the whole package. It's everything. Even just by seeing how long, people get impressed by, how long you been in business? I've been detailing for 25 years. That's cool, but you still out there working sun up to sundown. Something didn't click. Something didn't. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What was the end game there? What was that even thought about? And he talks about the exit strategy. I'm like, we've been exiting. I've been exiting since I started. Go back and watch my first or second YouTube video, and I told you then, and I'll tell you now, it's not about quantity. It's never been about quantity. It's never been about working all day long.
Well, I'll tell you what, all those guys that say they have other things, this is how you make $100,000.
Oh, they're working all day, baby.
Oh, no. I could tell you how to make $100,000. You work from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. I guarantee you're going to make $100,000 in detailing. I guarantee if you work that much, 7 days a week, or you're going to work. Make that much. Those are secret. I don't want to work like that.
But that's one side of the spectrum. There's a whole nother side that's not talked about. We just got off of a podcast, and the guy was just kind of didn't even know what kind of questions to ask us because, well, he had his list of questions, but his reaction, you could tell, is not the norm because we threw out some answers where he's just like, whoa, that's not that. I've never heard anybody doing it that way, but that's very interesting because everything is calculated out. It was not, the end game is never to do more work. It's never to do more cars. So in your profession, what should be the primary goal? Would be to make more money and work as little as possible, right?
Right.
Isn't that ideal? Like the pinnacle ideal situation, right? Wouldn't that be it? Like
it takes time to get there.
Yes. And it takes a lot of strategy to get there.
It takes time to understand that.
Yes.
Number one, people don't understand that yet. Number two is, okay, how do
you get it? Yes. How do you do it?
Yes.
That's the real hard part about business. Because all these other guys selling these programs, oh, I did this, oh, I could do that. All it's doing is telling you to work more. Yeah. And they might say, oh, well, no, now you're just the boss. No, being a boss is more work than you actually doing the physical labor. So don't get none of that twisted. I think in times like this is when your ass needs to kick it into that fifth gear. This is when you got to get creative. This is when you got to figure out, what do I do so my business doesn't deal with this again? What do I do so I don't have to go through these financial troubles again? Because cats went through it in COVID. Well, there was guys in COVID struggling too.
They're trying by working more. Like they haven't understood it yet.
You're never gonna outwork that though. That's just like your body and everything will give out before you make it financially. Doing it that way.
There are exceptions.
Yes, there's always exceptions. There's always exceptions. We're just talking about and those of you who have worked the entire summer, sun up to sundown. You know that's not a long game type of deal. You know that's not sustainable. You know that for a fact. Even though you might say, well, I can do it for another. It's like, why would you even want to? Why wouldn't you immediately be thinking, I need to get myself out of this situation as fast as possible?
Yeah. I'll go back to working for the man.
Yeah. I'll get 2 part-time jobs doing something else before I'm out there doing that. Mm-hmm. We were talking to somebody yesterday and we said, hey, do you ever have anybody with you? He's like, no, I just do everything on my own. And I get it when you're starting out, when you're grinding and stuff, but knowing what I know now, it would have been so much more worth it because at that point, when you're grinding it out, because I think that's essential. Don't get me wrong. It's essential to grind it out and to work those days. Like you need to know not only what you're made of, but you need to be in the shop for 20 hours or 18 hours to know, to push yourself.
Yeah. You got to get punched in the face.
Yes. You need to fuck up. You need to burn through some paint. Yeah. You need to, those things need to happen for you to get where you want to be. So I'm not taking that away from anybody. I'm just saying, don't be so egotistical where it becomes a flaw. Like we were talking to an individual where he was just like, oh, no, I just do everything myself, this and that, which is cool. But also we said, what do you ever think about getting help, getting somebody to help you? Oh, well, it slows me down because he doesn't know how to manage them, which most people don't. Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. And we gave him a couple tips like, yo, even if he's just vacuuming or wiping down the wheels or doing the door jams, basic stuff, giving you more time to do other stuff. And this allows you to do more things. Like you said in another video, when you get help, you're not necessarily doing it to make more money. At a certain point, you will. Right. But if you're at a very, very small level, it's just you right now. You're doing it to preserve your energy,
preserve your headache.
You're doing it to finish things up a little bit quicker, which in return makes more money. You personally may not make more money at the beginning until you get things dialed in and get the schedule on point with that second person. That takes time for most people, but the preservation leads to more money in the long run. Like now you're thinking, everybody's thinking short term, what they want now, what they want to do now, what they want to do now. It's like, you can't just be in that headspace. You got to be thinking, what are we doing next? You know, as soon as one summer went by and it got too hot, I said, yo, that studio got to get built. The studio got to get built. That was immediately. There was too many positives for us to say, okay, let's not build this thing. Took the whole summer off, said, okay, we're building it. That was something that I thought about that because I knew what type of situation we would be in. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. We got to remain productive. So there's decisions that you make in your business that are going to affect times like now. Like, did you build up the right clientele to get you through this? Like even the wintertime. The wintertime, one unexpected metric we have in the wintertime is the reoccurring clientele from relatives of existing clientele. That's something I never, ever thought about tracking. But we bring in thousands of dollars during our slow season. Well, it's not in our... That's how much we changed everything. We're entering our busy season.
That's true seasonal work.
Yes.
Like, we got seasonal work.
Yes.
In a non-season, in a non-detailing season.
Like, that's how different our business model is. And you guys can create yours in any way, but you have to understand your business first. But yeah, during those times, we have thousands of dollars coming in that we know, okay, coming in November, coming in December.
Or even the new with the metric with the gift certificates.
Yeah.
What's the best sale
of
the gift certificate?
How to do it
and what time period? That we're gonna implement this year. Yeah. That's gonna be exciting. Yeah. Like that's gonna leave you a lot of time.
How long is it good for? Are we doing it by price point? Are we doing it by service?
Yeah.
All of those things. When are we going to campaign for them? Mm-hmm. All of those things make a huge difference, a big difference. So when it comes to knowing your business, guys, if you don't know your business, you don't know your business. If you don't know how something operates and how something functions, there's no way for you to fix it. Like we don't work on cars. We don't do any mechanical work. So if I open a hood, I'm looking at something that I don't understand and I can't fix it. And that's how some of you are looking at your business. Like, oh, here's this problem, but I just don't know how to, or maybe you're not even identifying the problem. You don't even realize it's a problem. If COVID hit you in a way financially when everything stopped, when everything stopped, like those first couple months, everything stopped, like nobody was doing shit. Everybody was scared to even have anybody come over their house, touch their stuff. Nobody knew what the fuck was going on. Whatever. People were freaking out. If your business struggled then, I wasn't struggling at that point. Like a lot of people flourished during COVID too. Sure, but let's put it in a different perspective. Let's talk about restaurants. Restaurants. They know certain times a year, they're probably going to be slow. There's trends every year with every industry. If you don't know your trends in your industry and you don't know how to combat those issues that you're having within those trends or those trends or time frames, then you're not understanding your business. Then you're missing out on all that opportunity. You're just sitting at home posting on Instagram hoping somebody calls you. Or you're throwing money at Google ads or Yelp or whatever you want, Facebook ads, whatever, hoping somebody's going to call you.
Good. Man, so are you a luxury? Is detailed luxury service?
Yeah. We definitely want to hear your comments on this one because some people consider it a luxury service, some don't. Are some providing a luxury service?
A lot of questions to ask.
Yes. So let us know what you guys think. Let us know about your clientele and let us know how you handle these situations. This was just a spontaneous subject that Sal wanted to bring up, and I thought it was a great time to do it, and it was on our mind, so we just said, yo, let's get this camera rolling, let's get it down.
Again, guys, hit us in the comments. Hit us in the comments, and we want to see what you guys got to say.
Is it a luxury?